Let's welcome in Matt Meese, a.k.a. Scott Sterling of Studio C. Welcome back to Studio B, man.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Now, the last time we chatted, Scott Sterling had made huge waves with the soccer version.
Yeah.
And you had kind of teased us that you were working on something.
Yeah.
Now we've seen it with volleyball. Why volleyball?
Well, that's a good question because we debated whether or not to do soccer again, and sequels are always tricky anyway because there's a certain level of expectation now that you've set, and no matter what you do, it's never going to be the first one, that kind of thing. And so I just thought volleyball just makes it automatically seem like a fresher idea. Because at the end of the day, you know what's going to happen to Scott, right? Like we know what's coming. So we need to keep things as like different or new as possible. So yeah, that's why we went with volleyball. Also, because that's one of the few sports where you can get hit by something and not have the play end.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
When you do something as big as the soccer one and you have an idea to do it again, even knowing that the first one was so huge, I've got to imagine your mind is blown with how big this second one has gotten. What has been the reaction to this?
Well, it's really cool because the first one, people were like, oh, you got to see this sort of thing. And Jeremy and I, we were just talking about this, but the second one was more about like, oh, he's back. And it was really cool to have that many people feel that way about Scott Sterling. It's like, oh, they remember him and they love him. And, that's nice. That was really cool.
I want to ask you this because this happened in my home. So I've got 4 kids and my 2 little ones, 5 and 3. My son, Bo, hit my 3-year-old daughter, Audrey, in the face. And my wife said, Bo, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm playing Studio C. So I want to know, how many stories like that do you get now?
Well, I don't get a lot, but that doesn't mean I don't think they happen a lot. No, I'm sure they happen.
The legal team is receiving such requests.
My legal response is, I'm unaware that this happens at all. Certainly not our intent. That's unfortunate.
Matt Meese, a.k.a. Scott Sterling, is on BYU Sports Nation. I knew the second one was going to be big, and I knew you guys had shot a volleyball one, a couple months ago and released it a couple weeks ago. Let's talk about the numbers, by the way. Soccer has 41 million views. That's just from the Studio C version. There are those that have ripped it off and played it, right?
Yeah.
The volleyball gets up to 12 already, and it's just getting going, I think. What do you think of those numbers?
Well, we're really happy about that. I remember I told everyone the day it came out, just the rest of the cast and our producer, Jared, I said, just keep your expectations low. It's not going to be what the first one was. If we get a few million, that'll be really good. But this was our fastest video to get to 1 million. I think it made it in 20 hours is the report. And so we were really excited because there was a lot of people that just posted it, a lot of, big entities like ESPN or Sports Illustrated that they just found it and posted it. We didn't like, hey, we'll pay you to do this. They just did it. And so it was really cool.
How long does it take to actually shoot something like this? And then maybe more importantly, did you actually get hit in the face with the volleyball?
Yes. But
do you remember all of it?
I think I do. So it only took us a regular film day, which is, I think, about 12 hours, but maybe a little less even. Just because there were so many long shots, especially that last rally. It's all just kind of one take, which was another deliberate thing. I just wanted it to be like, wow, is that really happening? Are they really playing volleyball? And for the wide shot, we're not. We're pretending to. So we did a bunch of practice runs with an actual volleyball so everyone could kind of know where they would be and what they would do. And then we took the volleyball out and just did the same thing again. And then our graphic arts team came in and put the volleyball. But for the close-up shots, just like with the soccer one, we had to do something real so that you get that nice reverberation through the face. You can't fake that. Well, I don't know if you can, but we don't. So so we used volleyball, not unlike that, but lighter. It was light enough to cause the motion, but not heavy enough to really hurt. It stung a little. That last spike to the face where I'm being lifted up to the net, that one stings a little. But it's like, yeah, this is the one right there. That I felt that.
Do you, is your nose bruised for some of those?
No.
I know there's a lot of makeup there. But.
Yeah, it's all makeup.